Welcome back to Garage Bad Dream Adventure. In this episode, we begin gathering information about the laboratory and uncover the secrets on how to find it. Last week, we came here and looked at all the upgrades I couldn't afford. Well, I did a bunch of fishing and I got enough stamps to buy the parts and get them installed. I've got up to stage 2 tuning, which means that I have installed the reserve tank medium, the large diaphragm carburetor, and the exhaust collecting pipe. So with that, we will carry on our adventure of just clicking around, talking to people, and exploring, which, coming to realize, that's pretty much what this game boils down to. Now, before I get too carried away, I don't particularly need a whole lot of fuel at the moment, but I did find a new place to fuel up, and that is right here, which is very convenient as I'm doing my rounds of pulling up traps and selling frogs and stuff for stamps. Liz, you can't come here directly. Please go to the reception first. Oh, sorry about that. Wouldn't want to be improper now, would we? Lee, hey, you can't come in here. I'm really busy, you know. Yeah, it really looks like it, friend. Hey, you may already know, but milky fuel is created in the stomach of female machines. I am all too aware of that fact, friend. They ferment crabs and frogs inside their stomach, but since the sewage decreased, we are in short of crabs and frogs. Frogs would probably be difficult, so bring me 50 crabs. 50 crabs just to fuel up my gas tank? That is absurd. You can catch them with bottle traps. Mighty Claws would be fine. We can talk after that. So you've got them? Are you gonna give them to me? Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know what else to do with my frogs and crabs now that I've got stuff adequately upgraded. I mean, I'm not completely upgraded to the top, but it's going to be a while before I can get there. Hand it over, Mighty Claws X50. Listen, Psych is at the lighthouse in the restricted area, but to enter the lighthouse, you must go through the laboratory. The laboratory is next to the factory, but to enter the laboratory, you need to unlock the door locked with a special lock. It's impossible. Do you get it? I thought we were doing a transaction for gasoline. I guess I just had to pay him off for information. All right, I'm glad I had the frogs or crabs on hand. Well then, go away now. Oh, okay. Chapter 2, The Laboratory. Lee, I told you everything I know. I don't know what you want to know, but why do you want to know about it so much? You're weird. Look, friend, I've been told that my entire life, and I'm not gonna take it to heart now. Well, isn't it so? You don't seem like you're a machine of this world. I just might not be. Alright, and that's all he's got to say. Oh, you know what? To get fuel, I had to come to the front of the window. And now he'll fill me up. Yeah, alright, 15 stamps. Hello, Liz. Nice to see you again. She says hello. Why does that open if it comes out? I still don't understand that. Oh, that's no. that little thing pops up and it confuses me because it covers the bottom arrow, and when things move around I get all disoriented. All right, so like I was saying, I'm really coming to terms with the fact that this game, you just kind of click around, explore, talk to people, and just see where the story takes you. It seems like this guy right here is always a good person to talk to. He's got the skinny on a lot, if you know what I mean. Hajime, the laboratory? They should shut down a place like that. You two, you shouldn't play around with your body. Whoa, hey, what I do in my own time, that's none of your business, friend. But if you're planning to fish, then it's a different story. How's that a different story? Alright. Well, I still don't understand what's so fun about making weird drugs and equipment. I mean, half the fun is the adventure? New machines like Noom don't seem to think much about it, but I don't like it. Hey, do you know Noom? I don't know that we do. Noom is a machine who used to work at Mia's workshop, but now that Mia can't speak, I wonder what he's doing. I don't know, maybe he's got a new job doing taxes or something? You'll find him if you go into the outer track from there and go straight. Okay. The laboratory should be shut down. That reminds me, there used to be a guy named Koppel. I believe he worked at the laboratory. I think that's pretty much all he's got to say. He's recycling now. What if I say I do know Noom? Oh, you do? Huh. Oh, alright. Let's see. Oh. So that puts us to the outer track right here, and then he said go straight. Noom! Oh hey, we found you. The factory workers might know something about the laboratory next door, but they are all clunkers. Especially Tassan. He forgets everything, except his job. He should know about it since he works right by it, but the only thing he says is, eh. Something might trigger his memory, but from the look of him, I think there's little chance. An old machine might know more about Tassan. Let me see. Maybe the machines at the Fukuju apartment knows. And I guess that's all he's got to say. Does kind of ring a bell. I remember going through the apartments and there was a machine who would just say, creepily laugh. So that might be who he's talking about. Now, one thing I did pick up on recently is if you go to log, it gives you a list of all the people you've talked to. And so we just talked to Noom, and what's nice is it kind of like boils it down to what you need to know. So he says, talk to an old machine at the Fukuju apartments. They might know something. And I was thinking because, oh, okay. So this, I thought this was the only apartments, the Seryu. That I believe that's where we've been, and we talked to everybody there. Fukuju is over here on the other side. So I'm going to head that way and see what information we can glean. Alright, and just like that, we find ourselves at the Fukuju apartments. Probably edited it out, but I just wanted to sell a bunch of crabs and frogs, as well as top off my ego liquid. Not running particularly low, but that's not something you want to find yourself in a pickle where you might run out of. Oh goodness, hello. Chiyo. In the old days, Tassan used to enjoy spending time with Doku. Do you know Doku? Doku had one body, but was two. I wonder what they are doing now. Why don't you ask Tassan about Dooku? Like Count Dooku from the Star Wars? Yang is the one who started all this. Everyone was swayed by Yang, but Yang had no such intention. He doesn't care about others. He just did what he wanted to do. What a nuisance. We all know someone like that, am I right? By the way, there is something I wanted to ask you. Do you know Yang? I don't think we do, so no? I see. Oh, okay. I don't know about you, but I think that Labratory is worth nothing. A lot of people dislike the Labratory. I am an old machine. Do you know what old means? Old means keep your nose out of other people's business, but it probably doesn't matter to you. There is only one thing we can do right now. We can only do one thing at a time. If you think I'm lying, try it yourself. Try what? Doing two things at once? And I think we've gone through this, but I'm curious about... Do you know Yang? Yeah, me and Yang go way back. Oh, man. So you do. I thought so. Very insightful. All right. Well, it turns out that's really the extent of this apartment. So... maybe we go talk to... It was the one that they were saying works at the factory and forgets what he's doing. Or forgets everything except for his job. Let's see if we can figure out where he's parked. Asan, the laboratory? It's next to our working place, but we can't go in there, and I don't want to either. We've always worked under the instructions of other machines. Everyone tells us to work, but we don't mind working that way, since we are able to work when we are told to do so, because it feels good to be able to work. Feeling good is a good thing, but when there is no machine telling us to work, it's tough, because we can't feel good. Welcome to capitalism. I don't want to have a tough time. And that's all he's got to say. So I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but at one point I realized when you go to a door and it's got the clock, you just have to wait. And I guess while they're not home, they're at their job, and then when they're not at their job, they're at home. Hassan. What? Dark. I can't remember anything. I'm gonna get sucked in with a whoosh. Hey, will you give me one of your ego recovering liquids? Do I have any of those? Handed over an ego recovering liquid. Thank you. Now I can work tomorrow. Well, I'm glad to see you'll make it till payday. Sometimes you just need a little bit of help from your friends. And we talked about just how like lovely and creepy this music is. So unique. Wonder if there's ever a soundtrack made for it. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I've probably talked about this at some point, but until recently, this game has been very difficult to track down a copy of. You can't even dance to it. It's so, like, awkward. Tassan, there we go. This is the chap we're looking for. There is two. Dooku. I know. Dooku and me. are a group of 3 buddies? I remember now. The sheep song. Score. Music box. Couple. Key. Open. Not making a lot of sense, but at the same time, you're making a lot of sense. Chapter 3. The score. I like songs. I sing. Doku sings coo coo. Coo coo. Coo coo. It's not a very good song, but man, he's got the spirit. I'm not going through all of that, I'm sorry. This, our song. Okay, so they said some kind of special key, which it sounds like, all right, this I know is the elevator that takes me to the other side of the map, so we're not going to bother with that. But a special key, and then that key being a song. Torlop. When I'm surrounded by posters, I feel like my body is swelling up and my screws are about to pop out. Girl, same. I don't remember if we went through all of these, but he's the guy that buys the posters that I find. And then, let's see, so there was the guy with the music box pretty early on, and I feel like he would be the one to talk to about some kind of special song. Vulcanero Toy Works. Vulcanero. Honda's lathe chuck is broken? He must be having trouble then. Hey, I have an extra chuck. Here, take this. Received lathe chuck. Cool. I do remember one of the guys on the other side of the world was talking about having some kind of thing that was broken and he needed it fixed. Hopefully I can remember who that goes to. Everyone used to have a music box and music scores, but today, no one sings or listens to songs. Listening and hearing is different, you know. It's really true, honestly. Like, I feel like today, especially, at least myself, and I see it in others too, we listen to music a lot more passively. Like, it's always just, oh, it's a playlist I put on when I'm doing, like, working out or when I'm working or, like, doing something. I just need, like, some background noise to fill the void in my soul. But for me, at least when I was younger, I don't know if it's the same for you, but I would just, like, get records and albums and have, like, my whatever contraption it was, like CD player, boombox, I'd have my headphones, or even just listening to it from the speakers, and I would just absorb myself in the music. Just, oh man, so many albums I would just listen to on repeat, and I'd go through the book and like look at all the lyrics and like really admire the artwork while just listening to this album. I don't really feel like I have the time to do that now, but it's something that I'm severely lacking. But anyway. Every toy used to come with a simple song. The sounds added life to the toys. Sound has magical powers. While making toys with music, I was fascinated by the device that produced the sound itself. And so I made the music box. Leo came up with the idea of carousel when he saw the music box I made. Oh, why don't you create a score yourself? Since you own a music box, you should have your own score. I just happen to have a piece of score paper right here. There is nothing difficult to it. You just have to punch holes in the paper according to the melody that comes to mind. Here, use this punch to make holes. Come on, try it. What is the first note? Then punch here. Next here. Yes, that's it. You're doing great. Wonderful, you did it. Let's try playing it. That is a really, like, haunting, lovely melody. This is a nice song. Very nice. Received. My score. Oh no, we already went through this. Never mind. Alright, well, I've had the music box. I got the My Score. I feel like what I'm after regarding getting through this special lock is that I need like some other kind of score. There was some stuff he said. Yeah, sheep song. Where am I gonna find a sheep song? Yang had a music score too, but it was a terrible one. He used to put it on a show. No one has ever heard it. It was played inside a box. He showed what happened inside the box, but since I didn't want to see such a thing, I didn't go there. It all depends on how you used it. Don't know there's really anyone else I can talk to. Maybe if I talk to these people again. That's one of the things I forget is sometimes as you hit new benchmarks, you have to go back and talk to people you've already talked to. They've got new things to say. Honda Boogie Factory. Handed over the lathe chuck. Oh, it was this guy who needed it. Cool. Ah, you really found one. Old Bulgarino had it. Thank God. I'll tune up your bogey in return. Whoa, hey. Don't know if I'm keen to that, Kimasabi. Should it be making that noise? Your bogey is upgraded to Type 1. Fuel efficiency increased by 15%. Wow, that's really impressive. I'll be able to upgrade it if I had some bearings and spoke wheels, but right now I'm out of stock. Well, thank you so much for my 15% fuel efficiency increase. That's gonna go a long way in this economy. If you find them, bring them to me. Parts list. Nice. Bolcanero invented the music box. He's a nice guy. Unlike Lau and Ian, they just used what Bolcanero created. It all started from a sheet of musical score. I'm sure it never occurred to Bolcanero that a small music box could create such ghastly power. Although he probably doesn't know about it. You know, just like anything, balance is important in creating a bogey. The frame can't be too strong, and if the axle is too strong, it will make you tired. Alright, that's all we got from you, but cool, we got some fuel efficiency, which really just means lifeblood, because you die in this game if you run out of gas. Enu-san. My husband is happy as long as he can toy around with bogeys. You really let your man just be all up on people's bogeys? He is always thinking about bogeys, and that irritates me sometimes. You gotta have a heart-to-heart and really just lay it out, lady. Here, take this. Received spoke wheels. I've hidden this from him a while ago. because all he talked about was about bogeys. Well, I guess machines like him can't help it. But don't tell him that you got it from me. It'll be our secret, as your man feels up my bogey. Was that actually all I needed to get the next upgrade? No, because there was... It said, like, parts list. Bearings. Okay, that's what I need. Cool. Well, I mean, we're halfway there. That's awesome. Okay, then we had this guy in the back. Neum. Isn't it inconvenient that the first and second floors of Fukuju apartment are not connected? I didn't even get a chance to finish reading that. And the apartment manager always turns off the light of the second floor hallway, so it's always dark. There should be a switch somewhere. Oh, so when we went to the Fukuju apartments, that wasn't all of it. That was, I guess, just the bottom floor. There's another way to get to the rest of it. Interesting. Scores? Try asking the factory workers. In the old days, they always sang when they worked. You can go to the factory by using the lift at the Sarayu apartment. The factory is the only place we're allowed to enter in the restricted area. But I wonder what's inside the restricted area. There's nothing that needs to be kept secret there. There's nothing in this world that must be kept secret. Absolutely nothing. Alright, homie, well, you just gave me a great clue. I'm very happy about that. I don't remember what this was all about, but kind of hot on the trails with the clue that he just gave us, so it's important. We'll worry about it later. Let's see, I'm doing good on ego. Could use a bit more fuel, but I think this is just my bar increased when my upgrade happened. Wait, can I go back? Not gonna let me go back? Oh, dang. I was like, I should talk to my homeboy. It was here. I don't remember what's on the third floor. Oh, okay. Fukuju apartments this way. Le Q. Nothing changes by moving. That's why I don't move. I think you might got your facts mixed up on that one. Le Q. Rusty frog. Will you exchange it for my 5 pot crabs? I don't know if that's a good deal, but sure, why not? You don't have any rusty frog. Alright, well, sucks for you then. Oh yeah, this is the guy who just goes to sleep and is like, fuck off. Hey, thanks for watching to the end of the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on my next upload. Until next time, here's some other videos you may enjoy. Also, come hang out with us in my Facebook meme group, linked in the description below.